You know, the world's quietest revolution isn't happening on some obscure layer 2, but deep inside the fortified walls of legacy finance. While you were out there chasing meme coins, Mastercard, the finance giant that controls transactions for over 3.3 billion people, didn't fight crypto, it actually integrated it. Welcome back to Goldrush Crypto Daily. So today we are tearing apart the narrative of Zebec Network. This isn't just a debit card story. This is, honestly, an investigation into a triple threat alliance between three Goliaths: Mastercard, Circle, and the global DePIN pioneer, World Mobile. This partnership is already processing over $300 million annually, and here's the most disruptive part. They are doing it with zero fees, aiming a dagger right at the heart of the legacy banking model. We are exposing the compliance moat Zebec built that won institutional trust, the deflationary tokenomics that funds the zero-fee strategy, and the imminent DePIN revolution that gives ZBCN a pathway to the next billion users. Smash that like button if you are ready to look beyond the speculation and into the infrastructure that always wins the long game. Let's go. So, to understand why Mastercard picked Zebec, you have to realize that this decision was made by lawyers, auditors, and compliance officers, not by venture capitalists or marketing teams. Mastercard's core business is honestly all about trust and risk mitigation. They just cannot partner with a flash-in-the-pan crypto project. Zebec spent millions building, a regulatory moat. In September 2025, they achieved SOC 2 Type 2 certification. For the uninitiated, this is the gold standard for enterprise data security and financial infrastructure. It's a rigorous, months-long audit of a company's controls over security, availability, processing integrity, confidentiality, and privacy. This certification is basically the green light that tells any global institution, we handle sensitive data with the same integrity you do. Beyond that, Zebec proactively acquired Knox to bake native KYC, Know Your Customer KYB, Know Your Business and AML, anti-money laundering compliance directly into their rails. They are also actively pursuing the EU's comprehensive MiCA approval and ISO 27001 certification. This level of investment in compliance is what, honestly, separates infrastructure plays from speculative projects. Mastercard needed a partner ready for the regulated, future-proof financial world, and Zebec provided the proof. Now that we understand the security foundation, let's talk about the weapon, the Zebec Carbon Card. This isn't about small margins, it's about economic warfare against legacy financial institutions that thrive on fees. The Zebec Card operates on a revolutionary, completely distinct business model. While every other crypto card, from those at centralized exchanges to newer DeFi entrants, charges fees, like monthly fees, conversion fees, or transaction costs, Zebec offers zero fees for sign-up, monthly use, or transactions. You load compliant stablecoins, primarily USDC, thanks to their formal certification into the Circle Alliance program, and spend it instantly as fiat anywhere Mastercard is accepted globally. The strategic brilliance. How do they afford to be zero fee? Because the card is a loss leader. It's purely a customer acquisition tool. Zebec's revenue is generated from high-value, enterprise-level back-end services, real-time streaming payroll, and treasury management tools, serving over 10,000 employees monthly. The money they save their corporate clients in efficiency and cross-border remittance fees is where the profit lies. This is a powerful platform strategy. They attract the user with the world's best zero-fee card, and then they funnel that user or their employer into the broader, fee-generating compliant ecosystem. This ensures user stickiness that competitors simply can't match with their fee structures. The market immediately validated this. The moment Zebec announced a $50,000 buyback of 50 million ZBCN tokens, funded entirely by card revenue, the tokens surged over 30% in 24 hours. This move signaled that the zero-fee model is not only sustainable but is actively deflationary for the token. With transaction volumes already hitting over $300 million annually and growing at a steady 7% monthly rate, this deflationary flywheel is tightening the supply while real-world demand accelerates. ZBCN is not fueled by speculation. It is the gas for a compliant, revenue-generating financial machine. The vision of Zebec isn't contained to Europe or the US. The most overlooked component of this infrastructure play is its strategic move into decentralized physical infrastructure networks, or DePIN, a partnership that completely changes the token's total addressable market. So, in August of 2025, Zebec launched ZebecNet, which is a decentralized mobile network created in collaboration with World Mobile. Now, World Mobile is actually the pioneer of the Aerostat model and already operates this vast, decentralized infrastructure that's all about bringing connectivity to the unconnected. For Web3 to really, achieve financial inclusion, people actually need two things: connectivity, and compliant payment rails. World Mobile steps in to provide the decentralized, community-owned connectivity. Meanwhile, Zebec delivers the compliant payment rails thanks to Mastercard. ZebecNet is where these two systems converge, integrating the Mastercard-powered card with World Mobile's global eSIM technology. And yeah, this is all happening across a growing network of more than 70 countries. Just imagine this. There's a complete borderless economic loop, and it's already up and running. First, a freelancer in rural Africa gets internet access through World Mobile's DePIN. Then, they receive their salary instantly using Zebec's real-time payroll in USDC. Next, they load the USDC onto the Zebec Carbon card. And finally, they use the card for purchases anywhere Mastercard is accepted with absolutely zero fees. So, this infrastructure actually cuts out local banks, cuts out those expensive cross-border remittance fees, and yeah, it even cuts out slow settlement times. It's the infrastructure that's designed to serve the next billion users, people who are, right now, locked out of the traditional banking system. And let's be clear, this isn't charity. This is a multi-trillion-dollar market opportunity that really needs both the DePIN and the compliant payment layers to work together. Zebec is the first to lock in both. The confirmed expansion to the United States, Latin America, and Asia in 2025, well, it totally proves this is not just some niche product. This is a global assault on the old financial order, built on the solid foundation of Solana-like speed and enterprise-grade compliance. The final, and maybe the most overlooked piece of this strategy, is the imminent launch of ZPIN, which is Zebec's decentralized, crypto-based point-of-sale terminal. Honestly, this hardware deployment is the key to achieving a truly closed-loop financial system. So, here's the problem that ZPIN is aiming to solve. Today, whenever you use a credit or debit card, the merchant actually loses about 2 to 3.5% of the transaction value to fees. These fees are split between card issuers, processors, and networks. And this massive fee burden doesn't just disappear, it eventually gets passed on to you, the consumer, through higher prices. The ZPIN terminal is, well, specifically engineered to slash that cost. When merchants start using ZPIN and customers pay with their Zebec cards, or really any Zebec-supported wallet, the settlement happens instantly and directly in stablecoins like USDC. This can reduce transaction costs to potentially under 0.5%. Now, let's think about the incentive structure for a second. Why would a merchant want to adopt ZPIN? Well, it gives them a 2 to 3% immediate margin improvement and instant cash flow without having to wait 2 days for bank settlement. That's a pretty compelling reason, right? So, this actually completes the ultimate economic cycle for the Zebec ecosystem. First, you've got the corporate side, using Zebec Treasury and payroll to save on fees. Then, employees use the zero-fee Zebec card to spend their USDC. And finally, merchants accept the payment with ZPIN and save dramatically on processing fees. The entire loop is running on blockchain infrastructure, powered by the ZBCN token, which is used for transaction fees, staking, and governance. Now, this isn't Zebec trying to compete with Mastercard. Instead, Zebec is providing the compliant, low-cost infrastructure that actually makes Mastercard more competitive against digital platforms. Mastercard gets instant crypto settlement capabilities while Zebec gets access to 150 million merchants. Honestly, this is strategic collaboration at its finest. The integration of 15 blockchains into the Zebec card ecosystem, including Solana, Ethereum, and DePIN projects like Octaspace, really proves that the network is built to be a universal settlement layer. This multi-chain, real-world utility makes sure that demand for ZBCN will scale with the entire crypto economy, not just a single chain. Let me be crystal clear about the ultimate bullish thesis for the ZBCN token. The current price does not reflect the operational reality. The market is valuing Zebec based on historical metrics, not on its future as a fully compliant, revenue-generating, zero-fee financial utility layer for a global payments giant and a major DePIN network. The tokenomics advantage. With the supply nearing full circulation, over 94 billion out of 100 billion max supply, and a constant revenue-funded buyback mechanism in place, the supply-side pressure is intensely bullish. Every new user and every new merchant onboarded by the Zebec Mastercard World Mobile Alliance fuels the revenue, which drives more buybacks, which reduces the circulating supply. This creates a powerful deflationary momentum that will eventually lead to a significant price discovery event. Alright, let's break down the final strategic pillars. First up, compliance as a barrier to entry. SOC2, MiCA pursuit, and the Knox acquisition together form this unassailable moat that competitors just can't replicate quickly. Second, we have unrivaled utility. This is the only zero-fee crypto card that's actually backed by the Mastercard global network. And third, future-proofing, ZebecNet and World Mobile, along with ZPIN rollouts. Make sure the platform captures both the unbanked and the traditional merchant, really closing the loop on a trillion-dollar market. ZBCN is, honestly, crypto's financial Trojan horse. It's walked right through the regulatory gates of traditional finance, and now it's perfectly poised to capture millions of users and process billions in transactions. The time to position is now, before the whole market realizes this isn't just some speculative bet, it's a legit infrastructure investment. If you're following the compliance, the revenue, and the strategic partnerships, then you already know exactly where this is heading. This is the gold rush. Smash that like button if this analysis changed your perspective. Drop a comment and let me know which traditional finance partnership you think is going to surprise the markets next. I read every single one. Don't just watch the market, understand the infrastructure. Subscribe to Goldrush Crypto Daily and hit the bell so you don't miss tomorrow's deep dive.